folks, and how goes it today? So we're going to go over my fossil collection. Now, I don't know actually everything in here, but I will name off a few things that I know, so go ahead and just bear with me with this, but go ahead and come and join me, shall you? Alright, and the first thing we're going to look at is this amazing Deinonychus claw I got from my buddy Jimmy over at Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome. I will tag his Instagram down below. This is just really awesome. Now, when he sent this to me, he sent this with a bunch of Mr. DNA stuff as well, but this also came with a paint set as well. Figure why the heck not, maybe paint it one day, but I kind of like how stark white it is. It looks really good to see all the fine details in there on the claw and whatnot, and actually, honestly, it matches my little tattoo on my hand as well. I'm not actually sure what claw I have on my hand tattoo. I thought it was an Allosaurus skull, or claw, I mean, but you never know nowadays. Now we're moving over here to my ammonites. Now this is a polished ammonite. I have a few more in the box there behind. This came from a crystal and rock store. I just don't remember exactly which one, but I know it came from one of them. And also I have this amazing fossilized shark tooth, which came from the Ann Arbor, Michigan Natural History Museum in Ann Arbor, Michigan as well. Looks really cool. Obviously fossil shark teeth are everywhere, so I mean it's not hard to come across these. But I particularly like this one, and I know I have at least one or two more inside that box as well, and we'll go over that when we get to it. Alrighty folks, now let's see what is inside this amazing box. Now my friend Adrian got this box for me a few years back when he went up to the UP, brought this back. I thought it was really awesome. I wish I got to see up close picture of the artwork right here as well. This is just one of the better boxes I've seen. Now I know this image has been used on 1,000 different things, but honestly in this box looks really darn good. Also other box, you know, would I put my fossils in? Why not? So let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside as I open it up here. First things first, we have right here is a hadrosaur bone. This came from, I believe, called Rock City, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember the actual name of the place, but it was in Durand, Michigan when we went up there. I think this was only like $12 to buy this, but I'll show you as well. I know I should be handling gloves, but honestly, it's fine. If you could buy these over the counter, I'm pretty sure these are going to be a-okay for you to handle with your hands. Just don't handle as much if you don't want them nice and, you know, dirty. But I mean, there's other ways to display things, but this is just how I'm doing it right now. And I love the detail in this. Again, I'm not sure exactly what part of the bone. This could be part of the femur, could be a spinal cord. I'm not too sure what part of bone this is. It doesn't really tell you exactly what it is other than the hadrosaur fossil that it came from. That's all the information gives you. Now here's a few more as well. Some of these, now I'm not too sure. I think it is part of a spine, but I can't remember what kind of animal it came from. I know it's a vertebrae. Again, I do not know. I know these all came from the same store as well. When, you know, I got these fossils here and there. And my favorite piece right here is the amber. It's super light, super easy, you know, to get these. These are not as expensive as I thought they were going to be. Obviously, larger chunks will be more expensive, but this just, you know, I really like this piece. It looks really good. Looks cool. And one day I will have a shelf of like my little amber stuff just dedicated to Jurassic Park, and this might be on there with a better display. This is part of a dinosaur eggshell. Again, you can see the details with it very well. I love this thing. Again, same store out in Durand. Again, I can't remember the name. I think it's called like Rock something. I can't remember. I'm sorry for butchering the name here for this place, but it's a really good place as well, overall. Now, continuing on, I decided to bring a little guest here, a little T-Rex skeleton up at the back corner, but I want to show you this. This is awesome. I absolutely love this. This is a mosasaur tooth. Now, mosasaurs are not as big as you saw in Jurassic World. Obviously, that was more for the movie, but this is an amazing mosasaur tooth. This is actually real. I actually love having this. Like I said, one day I want to get better displays for these. Hopefully I'll get like one of those little display frames. You snap them together and they look like they're floating in place. So I would love that for this. And then I have another shark tooth as well. Like I promised right here, I'm going to compare it to the other shark tooth I have as well next to it. Now, this one's a bit smaller. I'm not sure what species it came from. I know they're probably different species here and there with sharks. Well, we've had sharks for millions and millions of years on this planet, so fossilized shark teeth are very common to come across, and they're not hard to come across if you want them in your collection. So one day I will have a megalodon tooth for sure. These are just little shells, I believe. Again, I'm not too sure what kind of shells, but I know they're fossilized, and I found here in a few rivers here in my home state of Michigan. So, and then this one I thought was pretty cool. It looks like a tooth a bit. I mean, I still think it's a shell, and just the way like it's got eroded and whatnot, but it looks a bit like a tooth. If anybody out there is an expert on this, 100%, let me know. There is a museum, actually the Ann Arbor Museum. They have like a identify day, so I thought about bringing these up there and have them all identified as well to see what they all say. Again, a couple more shells here and whatnot. Again, and Michigan's been under water for millions of years, so we don't have actually a lot of dinosaur fossils here. Actually, none at all whatsoever, but these and Ice Age creatures such as mammoths and mastodons. So there you go with that. I don't know, this is a piece of a meteorite. Again, I do not remember exactly where it came from. Probably one of the many museums I went to, but I've had this for quite a long time. I think I had this since I was in high school. So yeah, there's a piece of a meteorite right there. I absolutely love this. It's really fun to have one of those, especially something from space. Again, another fossilized shell, but also up top here, I'm going to show you that is 100% like a fish fin or scale. So I'm not exactly too sure. Again, I want to take this to Identify Day at that local museum in Ann Arbor, so maybe they can help me identify, see what these are. But I'm pretty positive that is a fish scale up there or something like that. This honestly is really cool, odd looking rock. It looks really cool, very smooth. I'm not sure exactly what this is. I don't think it's a fossil. It was just in here. We have a ton of rocks randomly in little boxes here and there, so we'll go through them eventually. Here I'm doing a little speed round. There's just a few shells I got. Why the heck not put them in here? You know, shells and fossils tend to go hand in hand, especially with that whole story with Mary as well. Not Mary. Oh my goodness, what is her name? Mary Anning, yes, that is her name. Go look that up. The whole seashells by the seashore thing has come from her. Here's a lovely sand dollar I have. And here's some more sea creatures, but these are ammonites. Now, this is a regular ammonite, unfinished as well. It came from the same kind of fossil place. Same with this as well, but this, I think, is called the tractor ammonite. I could be mistaken, but again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So yeah, there are these, and I have 3 of them. Obviously, like the one I showed you earlier in the video. So we have all 3 right here, and also here is my model of an actual ammonite itself, a living creature. I absolutely love this thing. This is one of my favorite prehistoric animals from the ocean that we had for thousands of years. Here we are again. Again, some things I do not know what I have, but there's definitely some fossilized pattern on these. So again, I will take these to Identify Day at the museum, see what the heck they are. Probably just seashells or something underwater as well. You never know. Who knows? But I like the design up there on the one up top where my middle finger's at. That one just looks really darn cool. And here's some more gastropods, more, snail type shells that are fossilized. These actually came from when I volunteered at Cranbrook Museum, actually, and we had to do like little tests here and there. Or not a test, more like an experiment, show you how a matrix forms and what's in it when you break it open. So that was fun. So these came from the time when I volunteered there. And again, another random rock that I have. I'm not too sure why I have this or why I'm showing it off, but hey, why the heck not? So just enjoy that. Maybe one day we'll go through all the crystal collections that we have, because I know my girl has a lot of crystals as well. But with that being said, you all take care and be excellent to each other, and enjoy the next few clips of just the fossils that that are my favorites, honestly, out of this whole thing. So again, you all take care and be excellent to each other.